Hello everyone, and welcome to the Secret of Monkey Island Special Edition. Yes, I am playing the Special Edition. There's a couple of reasons for that, which I will get to in a moment. So we are deep in the Caribbean at the island of Melee. And so, yeah, this game has received an HD sort of coat of paint a few years ago now. I think it was 2009. I could be wrong about that. I think it was 2009 or 2010 this came out. Generally I like it quite a bit, but there are certain things about this remake that I don't like. One thing in particular, basically, which we will see in a moment, and I think a lot of people feel the same way about that. But overall, this is one of my favourite games of all time, one of my favourite games from my childhood, one of my favourite games in the genre, and just basically one of the best games ever made. Not the best Monkey Island game, in my opinion, but, you know, even the sort of bad Monkey Island games, well, there's one bad Monkey Island game, and even that's a good game, so there you go. We'll get to that in the future. So this was originally released in 1991, I think, or 1990, for Amiga, DOS, C64, stuff like that. Okay, here we go.
Hi, my name's Guybrush Threepwood, and I want to be a pirate.
Yikes! Don't sneak up on me like that.
I'm over this way.
Ah, well then, Thriftweed.
Threepwood. Guybrush Threepwood.
I see. So, you want to be a pirate, eh? You look more like a flooring inspector. But if you're serious about pirating, go talk to the pirate leaders. You'll find them in the scum bar.
Gosh, thanks. I'll do that. Bye now. I'm off to seek my fortune.
Good luck!
Where did you say those pirate leaders were?
The scum bar.
Right. Thanks.
Okay, part 1, the 3 trials. So we have our objective laid out there. We need to go and find the pirate leaders in the scum bar, which, well, that's not exactly very challenging, as the scum bar is just over here. But yeah, so basically, I mean, you can switch to the original graphics. If I can remember how to do it. F10. Okay, so this is what the game looked like. Well, this is actually the VGA version, so it didn't look quite as nice as this with the 9 verbs and stuff initially. This is a game which still looks very nice, just like this, and overall I prefer these graphics to the HD graphics. There are just a couple of problems with this, which they did actually resolve when they remade Monkey Island 2. The main one being that if you play in this mode, it doesn't have the voice acting, remastered music and sound effects. So the main appeal for me of the remake is the fact that they got the full voice cast from the later Monkey Island games to do the voices, because the original version had no voice acting. And the graphics in general in this version are pretty nice, apart from Guybrush. I mean, like, what the fuck were they thinking with this? His hair looks like a wedge of cheese. It doesn't look anything like that. If you look at the cover of the original release, the box art was painted by the legendary Steve Purcell, the creator of Sam & Max and a load of other things. It's quite clear what Guybrush is supposed to look like, and it's not like this. Like this sort of weird pluggy doofus guy. I mean, yeah, he's supposed to be a bit of a doofus, but he's also supposed to be, like, you know, vaguely normal looking. Anyway, I digress. What I will say before I move on from that is that in the UK nowadays, a lot of fashionable people have basically this haircut. where it's like they have a shaved head with what looks like a loaf of bread balanced on top of it, because their hair is all tall and long on the top and slicked backwards, but shaved to like the wick on the sides and back. And, you know, I'm not exactly at the cutting edge of fashion, but I know that looks fucking stupid, and they are going to regret doing that in a few years' time. Anyway, let's go in the scum bar and see what's happening in here. Lots of pirates. Let's talk to this guy.
Ahoy there, stranger.
Ahoy.
New in town?
My name's Guybrush Threepwood. I'm new in town.
Guybrush Threepwood? That's the stupidest name I've ever heard.
What's your name?
Well, what's your name?
My name is Mancomb Seepgood. So, what brings you to Melee Island, anyway?
I've come seeking my fortune.
I've come seeking my fortune.
Oh, you have you? You should go talk to the important-looking pirates in the next room. They're pretty much in charge around here. They can tell you where to go and what to do.
Where can I find the governor?
Governor Marley. Her mansion is on the other side of town. But pirates aren't as welcome around her place as they used to be.
Why not?
Well, the last time she had a pirate over for dinner, he fell in love with her. It's made things rather uncomfortable for everybody.
How's that?
Well, there's a whole big story about what happened next, but I don't believe a word of it. Esteban over there at the other table might tell you about it. He takes the whole thing seriously. Very seriously. Uh-oh, looks like my grog is going flat, so you'll have to excuse me. Nice talking to you. Have fun on Melee Island.
Ah, he's a nice pirate. Okay, let's see if we can talk to Esteban. I don't actually remember him. I think it's this guy. I generally play this game like at least once a year, but...
What are you looking at me for?
Whoa. But yeah, I can't remember all the incidental details because my memory is kind of shit. Let's see. Who's this pirate that's bugging the governor?
Who's this pirate that's bugging the governor?
LeChuck. He's the guy that went to the governor's for dinner and never wanted to leave. He fell for her in a big way, but she told him to drop dead. So he did, and then things really got ugly.
What's so scary about this LeChuck guy?
LeChuck was a fearsome pirate. He tried to impress the governor by sailing off to find the secret of Monkey Island.
TM.
But a mysterious storm came up and sank his ship, leaving no survivors. We thought that was the end of the fearsome pirate, LeChuck. We were wrong.
He sounds like Cheech Marin or something. I like it. What is the secret of Monkey Island, TM?
What is the secret of Monkey Island?
Only LeChuck knows. He still sails the waters between here and Monkey Island. His ghost ship is an unholy terror upon the sea. That is why we are all in here and not out pirating.
Alright. Sorry to bother you, bye.
Sorry to bother you. Bye.
Right.
So yeah, I don't think it's that big a spoiler, considering that this game is, you know, over 2 decades old. I don't think it's that big a spoiler for me to say that you don't actually ever find out what the secret of Monkey Island is. It's just a joke. But there we are. I'm just going to talk to this one fella here. Hi. Ask me about Loom. So, tell me about Loom.
So, tell me about Loom.
You mean the latest masterpiece of fantasy storytelling from Lucasfilm's Brian Moriarty? Why, it's an extraordinary adventure with an interface of magic. Stunning, high-resolution 3D landscapes, sophisticated score and musical effects, not to mention the detailed animation and special effects, elegant point-and-click control of characters, objects and magic spells. Beat the rush! Go out and buy Loom today!
Right. I love Loom, and I'm going to be playing it on the channel soon. I know that I keep saying that I'm going to play it, but I am actually going to play it very, very soon. It's one of my favourite point-and-click games, and it really is incredible and very unique, and everything that this guy's said about it is true, apart from that the landscapes are not 3D. They are 2D, just drawn with a very nice perspective on them. But like I say, I mean, Loom came out in 1990, this came out a year later, so it's just a funny little in-joke, especially as this guy, you can see he has a fake beard that he's wearing, and his name is Cobb, as it says on his hat. Now, Cobb is actually a character in Loom, so it's just a little cameo, and the Ask Me About Loom badge, that joke gets reused later in this series. But yeah, it's funny.
Jeez, what an obvious sales pitch.
Sorry, but on some topics I just get carried away.
Nice talking to you.
Aye.
Aye. Okay, one more. That looks great. In fact, I always did like the way the sort of close-up portrait of Spiffy the dog looked in the original. Let's just have a look at that. Oh no, it's the VGA version. He only appears in the earlier version of that. Never mind. You see, that's another problem with the with this remake. But this looks really nice. Very, very cool artwork.
Woof.
Woof LeChuck.
Woof LeChuck.
Right, okay, so now we've got the plot basically outlined for us by Spiffy. Let's move into the back room here, and we can finally get around to talking to the important-looking pirates.
What be ye wanting, boy?
I want to be a fireman. No, I don't. I want to be a pirate.
I want to be a pirate.
So what?
Why bother us?
Hey, don't forget we're short on help because of this whole LeChuck thing. So, no pirates means no swag, and no swag means no grog, and we're getting dangerously low on grog.
Do you have any special skills?
I can hold my breath for 10 minutes.
Well, all right. But you don't become a pirate just by asking.
You'll have to go through the 3 trials.
What 3 trials are those?
There are 3 trials every pirate must pass.
You must master the sword.
And the art of thievery.
And the quest.
The what?
Treasure hunting, you sea urchin.
Right! You must prove yourself in each of these 3 areas. Swordplay, thievery, and treasure huntery. Then return with proof that you've done it.
And then you must drink grog with us.
Grog!
Grog. Guybrush really can hold his breath for 10 minutes, by the way. We'll see that later. It's kind of another just rolling joke within the series. And grog in real life was a mixture of rum, water, and lime juice, which was given to sailors. Okay, let's see. Tell me more about mastering the sword.
Tell me more about mastering the sword.
First, get ye a sword. You must seek out and defeat the sword master. Someone in town can probably direct you. Oh! You want to find somebody to train you first.
Imagine trying to take on the sword master without any training.
Tell me more about mastering the art of thievery.
We want you to procure a small item for us.
The idol of many hands.
In the governor's mansion. The governor keeps the idol of many hands in a display case in the mansion outside of town.
You'll have to get past the guards, naturally.
The tricky part will be getting past the dogs outside.
Hey, they're a particularly vicious breed. You might be able to drug him or something.
Tell me more about treasure hunting.
Legend has it that there's a treasure buried here on the island.
All you must do is find the legendary lost treasure of Melee Island and bring it back here.
Should I have a map or something?
Well, you can hardly expect to find a treasure without a map.
And don't forget, X marks the spot!
You're a bunch of foul-smelling, grog-swilling pigs.
To be a pirate, you must also be a foul-smelling, grog-swilling pig.
I'll just be running along now.
Leave us to our grog.
Come back later and tell us how you're doing.
Okay, so now we know what we have to do for the 3 trials. And I'm just going to lurk back here for a moment. I'm waiting for this door to open and the bartender / cook to come out. And he should do at some point. I don't recall it taking this long. But there we go. And so, as you probably heard, there he is. Off you go. Quickly go in when he's not looking. We'll close the door. Pick up this hunk
It's
of
some
meat.
sort of meat or meat-like substance.
Let's see. Pick up. And we will pick up... If I can find it yet, pick up this pot. And we'll go out here. And there's a seagull going for this fish. If we stand on this loose plank, we can catapult the seagull upwards. And each time we do that, he spends a little more time in the air, as you can see. So, we should have enough time now to grab the fish. No.
That doesn't seem to work.
There we go. Sorry, trying to get used to this new school control system. Sorry, seagull. Oh, that's another reference to Loom as well. There is a seagull in Loom. Sorry, fat boy. Okay, so let's see if I can remember how to do these 3 trials. First of all, we're going to go after the Idol of Many Hands.
Deep beneath Monkey Island, the ghost pirate LeChuck ship lies anchored in a river of lava.
Captain LeChuck, sir.
There's nothing like the hot winds of hell blowing in your face.
No, sir. Nothing like it. Sir,
It's days like this that make you glad to be dead.
Oh, yes, sir. Glad to be dead.
You are glad to be dead, right?
Oh, yes, sir. I feel so lucky that you happened to capture my ship, then murdered me and everyone on board. Yes, sir. Lucky.
Glad to hear it. Now, what was it you disturbed me for?
Yes, sir. Well, you see, we might have a problem on Melee Island.
Problem? What possible problem could there be? I've got those sissy pirates so scared of the sea, they're afraid to take a bath.
Well, there seems to be a new pirate in town. Actually, he's a pirate wannabe. Young, inexperienced, probably nothing to worry about. Don't know why I bother you with it. I'll have him taken care of myself.
Wait! I'll handle this personally. My plans are too important to be messed up by amateurs.
Yes, sir.
Alright, so we get introduced to the ghost pirate LeChuck there, Guybrush's arch nemesis. Voiced very well by Earl Bowen, who is known for a lot of things, but possibly best known for what's the character's name? It's in Terminator. Silberman, Dr. Silberman in Terminators 1, 2 and 3. Yeah, very good voice actor, and he played LeChuck in all of the Monkey Island games, which is cool. So, yeah, we need to go to the governor's mansion. But, in fact, I know where we need to go first. We need to go back this way. We're heading along here. And up the cliffside. Okay. Alright, so this is the map of Melee Island. That's the village where we just were. There are various things here. There's a clearing, house, an island, and the shipyard, which is there. There's also the fork. So if we go to this fork here, this leads into the dark forest on the island. And if we go into one of these places, we can't navigate this forest until we have the treasure map, which I will get later on. But we can pick up these yellow flowers.
My, what an unusually bright yellow they are.
And that's like a poisonous flower, which we will need in order to get into the mansion. And in fact, while I'm here, I'm going to go to the clearing. And in this clearing there is a circus tent.
I get in the cannon, but the gunpowder makes me sneeze.
Well, I can't do it. I hurt my hand taming the lions last week.
I hardly think that little scratch compares to my chronic allergy. You get in the cannon.
You don't have any allergies, you faker. You get in the cannon.
No, you get in the cannon.
No, you get in the cannon.
Slacker.
Loser.
Ruffian.
Flop.
Weasel.
Weevil.
Miscreant.
Okay,
Tony.
these guys are
Gentleman.
the Fettuccini brothers, I think they're called.
Mallet head.
These sort of bickering
Minute head.
twins
Pencil head.
Half head.
who are, for some reason,
Cheese
Italians.
head.
But there we go.
Bobby.
What?
Let's talk to these guys.
Just to get in the cannon.
Say there, son. How'd you like the chance
A once-in-a-lifetime chance.
to perform an amazing feat?
A death-defying feat.
Well, not so death-defying, really.
Dangerous feat.
No, not dangerous at all.
An easy feat.
But exciting,
With the amazing
adventurous, acrobatic,
and exceedingly well-known
fabulous, flying.
Fettuccini brothers.
That's us.
My brother Alfredo.
and my brother Bill.
Sound good?
Good.
It's very simple, really.
See that cannon over there? All you have to do,
Is get in the cannon,
and we'll shoot you out of it.
across the room.
Quite safe, actually.
So, what do you say?
So one thing that I was going to mention this before actually, but I got distracted. Another problem with this particular version is that while the voice acting is very, very good and pretty much perfect for all of the characters, the problem is that it doesn't speed up the lines of dialogue. The subtitles appear at their original speed. And so when you get a situation like this where there are characters who are kind of talking really, really quickly, and that's part of, you know, what makes them funny, you get this kind of gap in between each line of dialogue, even though they're supposed to be interrupting each other. And it really annoys me, and, like, again, but, you know, the voice actors are great, so it sort of doesn't really matter, really, but they fixed that in the Monkey Island 2 Special Edition, and there isn't, like, a gap between each line of dialogue, and so it just sounds a lot more fluidic, and it works a lot better. Anyway, I'll do it.
Okay, I'll do it.
We'll pay you 478 pieces of eight. Have you got a helmet?
This is why we picked up that saucepan in the kitchen.
Of course I have a helmet. What sort of idiot do you take me for?
Well, let's have it.
We want to be sure.
That it's safe.
Wouldn't want you hurt.
No, siree.
Okay, I'm trying to find the give command. There we go. Give. No. How do I get to my inventory? I press I. Give the pot to the Festini brothers.
Ah, that will work as a helmet.
Now we can do the trick.
Step right over here, son.
In we go into the cannon.
Put on your helmet,
And get in the cannon.
and we'll take care of the rest.
Echo!
It works!
Oh, I'm so relieved.
Hey!
Are you okay?
The dialogue is upside down now. And you can see we can say, I'm Bobbin, are you my mother? That is another reference to Loom. A player character in Loom is called Bobbin Threadbare, and he's looking for his mother, Signa Threadbare. So let's say that.
I'm Bobbin. Are you my mother?
He's alright!
Hooray! We are spared an embarrassing and financially debilitating lawsuit.
Here is your money, sir.
Just a recompense for aiding us.
The basic theory is fine.
We just need to change the aim a bit.
I'll try it next.
No, I'll do it next.
No, me!
No, me!
Slacker!
Loser!
Ruffian!
Fop!
Right then, we have 478 pieces of 8, which is going to be plenty of money for the stuff that we need to do on this island. So now I think we have everything that we need for the idol. So we can go back to the village. And next I am going to visit the general store, which has one of the best characters in the entire game, certainly in my opinion. We'll meet this guy in a moment. So if we go out this side of the harbour, then we get to the main street. Very iconic scene here. I love the perspective on this. And again, looking at the original, it just had this great sort of sense of depth, where you can see right down the street and round this corner, and then up this way to the clock tower and beyond. Looks so cool. Really like it. Anyway, let's move on up this road. Moving on up now, out on the top now. My love shines on, my love shines on, my love shines on. This is the shop, let's go in the shop.
Ahoy there, fancy pants.
I love this sarcastic shopkeeper, man. He's just so funny. Anyway, we need to buy a couple of things here. We need to buy this shovel. If we are going to go treasure hunting, we definitely need a shovel.
Let's buy something. Let's go, fancy pants.
Fancy pants. I love it. Pick up the sword.
Are you waiting for me to fall asleep or something?
Right.
What do you want?
Sorry, I just love this guy. Such a dick. Okay, about this sword.
About this sword.
Yeah, what about it?
I want it.
Great. Best 100 pieces of 8 you ever spent. What else do you want?
About this shovel.
Yeah, what about it?
I want it.
Great. Oh, it'll pay for itself, believe me. Yeah, you'll dig up 75 pieces of 8 in no time. But hey, save some treasure for the rest of us, would you? What else do you want?
Right.
I think I'd just like to browse.
Okay. Wake me up if you need anything.
Alright, there's one more thing that we need from this guy. But first... Ooh. Psst. Someone is beckoning to me from down that alleyway. I'm not going there just yet. We'll do that in the next episode. I'm just going to go into the prison here first. And there is this fella.
You gotta get me out of here! I'm a victim of society!
Not to mention halitosis. Ugh.
Hey, it's hard to keep my breath minty fresh when there's nothing to eat in here but rats.
Yummy.
Talk to death breath? No thanks.
Okay, so we can't talk to this guy until we get something to sort out his appalling breath. And that is why we need to now go back to the shopkeeper and buy some groggo mints.
Ahoy there, fancy pants.
Still funny.
What do you want?
I could really use a breath mint.
Whew, you're telling me. Here, take one. Please. Take the whole roll. That'll be 1 piece of 8.
Bargain.
What else do you want?
That's going to do for
I'd
now.
just like to browse.
Okay, but don't put your lips on anything.
Alright, we're done here for now. Right, I'm going to end the episode here. Next time we'll check out down this alleyway and see what's going on down there. Thanks very much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please press like. That does help me. And I will see you in the next episode for more Monkey Island. Take care, everyone.